Hi there. All right, so I guess there was some confusion about actually setting up a date for on Google Calendar to reserve the carts. So what I'm going to do real quick is just run you through it. You can find the calendar in Google. So if you're at another website, just go ahead and type in Google, and it should be in the upper right-hand corner. Make sure you sign in before so your Google account is active. Instead of going to Drive, where we normally find everything, go ahead and click on Calendar. That will bring you to essentially what this is it's a calendar for you. So when you look at this, you can potentially use this as a personal organizer for all of your events. But what I've done is I've created a calendar specific for the extra cart. Now, as you can see, teams are using it as their sign out as well, and that's great. That way everybody can see where every single cart is, and that works as well. Your first option is going to be to put it on the view that you like. You can focus on a day, a week, a month, a series of 4 days. I set it on month just so I can see everything and see where each card is over the entire month. Now, there was some confusion about actually setting or reserving a cart. So I'm just going to run down through that for you real quick. If you simply just click on the day and make an event, what that's going to do is it's going to default to your calendar. So for instance, I'm going to get rid of everything else. Again, Google created this for you to use as a shareable calendar for your events. So by default, it's going to be all of the events that you put in there. So let's say, my anniversary. I create a date for anniversary. It's going to be in there on my calendar, but it will also show up if I enact all of these things. It will also show up. So essentially, if you go to sign out a cart on a specific day and do it by just clicking on the day, you're going to have to change the mode or the calendar that you're talking about. You're going to want to, in the drop-down mode, click Cart 5.4, and then when you type in, normally I tell what cart it is and then who's signing it out. So if I want the Team A cart, or maybe I do the extra cart and then who's signing it out. Okay? That's one way to sign out the cart, and that's probably the easiest. You just have to really be careful to change the calendar that you're signing it out on. That's happened a couple times. The other way is if you go down here to the left under My Calendars, you'll see that under Cart 5.4, there's a drop-down menu with all of these settings and options. You're going to want to go to Create Event on this calendar. Now, as you can see right away, this is going to provide you with a lot more options than just clicking on the date itself. Again, same way, you're going to title it, what card it is, and then who needs it. This is what's going to show up along with the time on the calendar. So if you put your name and what card it is, it's real easy for people to look at the calendar and say, oh, okay, the extra cart, Moses needs it at 1 o'clock. Okay, so that's if we can. Now, again, it doesn't have to be labeled that way. It just seems to be what's working because they can clearly see who needs it and what card it is. You then can change the date that you need it. So let's say I need it on Wednesday, and I need it during RTI, so I'm going to go 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay, and this is all day. Now, if I do need the cart all day, I can just click here, but if I don't, please don't sign out a cart all day if you don't need it. Obviously, if you only need it for an hour, people can use it when it's not being used. So if it is all day, you can simply click that and go ahead. If not, put in the time that you need it. All right. Another option that you can do, for instance, we set up Miss Weber for every Wednesday and Friday. So if I click here I click Wednesday from 9 to 10, and I'm going to click repeat. Now, this is going to be every Wednesday, repeat once a week, and it starts on the 11th of October. Here you can say it never ends, but what that's going to do is if we use this calendar system for next year, you will still be on the calendar for next year every Wednesday. So probably if you do need it all year, every Wednesday, chances are you're going to just put like, it's not soon enough, but we get out in June. I would just pick a Wednesday in June and say done, okay? What that will do is it will automatically sign you up once a week, every Wednesday, from 9 to 10. So that's a nice feature, so you don't have to go in and actually add it in every single Wednesday. If you want to, you can add a description. For instance, if you're saying, I need the extra cart on Wednesday at 9, but I only need 10 of them, if you want to just go ahead and type that in there, so that way we can click on it and say, oh, guy only needs 10 of them. I can maybe come get 2 or 3. So that's helpful as well. Everything else as far as editing the event color and things like that, if we just kind of leave everything to default, again, our color is purple, so if you look at the calendar, you see a purple sign out. It's going to be for the extra cart. So again, location, that's up to you. But what we really need to know is what cart it is, who it is, when it is, what time, and I think that will alleviate some of the problems, at least momentarily. So when you're all done, go ahead and click Save. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to actually sign one out. It will come up, and then it'll go back to this, and it will appear here. It looks like Team B is signing out their cart on here, and like I said, that's actually pretty convenient, because if I absolutely need the extra cart and it's not available, I can go and I can say, okay, Team B has a cart. It's not being used right now. Not that we want to start sharing team carts, but if it's a dire situation and you need it, it's available there. So please come see me with any issues or any problems you have if you can't figure it out. But other than that, hopefully that at least gives a short introductory about how to sign out a cart.